When you think of a classic Roblox game, what comes first to mind? Chances are your answer was Sword Fights on the Heights, as it is a game that truly left a mark on the platform. But how did it come to what it is today? It was created by none other than Shedletsky, aka Telamon. He is the 261 user and a former Roblox employee who worked at Roblox from 2006 to 2014. Fun fact, he is among the first Roblox employees ever. He is known for games such as Nuke the Whales and of course Sword Fights on the Heights. He owns multiple Roblox accounts such as Son of Sevenless, who is the richest Roblox player besides Roblox of course, Earl Grey, who is the 5th, and the infamous 1x1x1x1. Yes, he owns it. He also owns a YouTube channel where multiple Roblox trailers were uploaded, such as the 2010 trailer, the 2006 one, and the 2008 trailer. But also the first Roblox video ever uploaded on YouTube, which was uploaded on October 2007 to 2006. Also, he made this gem.
Roblox. Shirts and shirts and shirts.
Roblox
and shirts.
This is how his avatar looks like today, and this is how it looked like in 2007. Nowadays, when you go to the game, it says it has been created on March 11, 2008. However, that isn't true at all, as there is multiple evidence of the game being present even in 2007, so it was actually created somewhere around April of 2007. The first version of the game featured only a single sword, which was the basic sword, also known as the linked sword, and a far more tiny map. On 10th February of 2008, Sword Fights in the Heights reached 10,000 total visits. That was quite a lot for 2008. Fun fact, the linked sword is limited. Telamon values it at 430,000 Robux and it has only 38 available copies, so it's pretty rare. It's not the only sword that is also limited though, as every single sword in the game is limited too, with the most expensive one being the Dark Heart, which is valued at 1.3 million Robux, and it only has 28 available copies. Around March of 2008, a new version of Sword Fights on the Heights was released, aka Sfoth. In this version, two more swords were added, the Firebrand and the Ice Dagger. The Shield Spear, which you could use to make yourself invincible for 5 seconds, the Medkit, the Jet Boots, which you could use to fly, and the armor were all also added into the game. The Ice Dagger was a short-range sword that would insta-kill anyone unless they had the long-ranged Firebrand sword equipped. This version made Sword Fights on the Heights blow up for the first time, as the game gained 30,000 visits in just a week, and by the end of the month it reached 50,000 total visits. By April, the game was the 11th most played game on the platform. Sword Fights on the Heights 3. Sword Fights on the Heights 3 was introduced in April 2008. This new version introduced the Illumina sword, which was among the swords with the highest base damage and would make you jump really high, the Dark Hat, which could heal you if you used right, and the Venom Shank. Now, the Venom Shank used to be named the Poisoner back in 2008 because it poisoned people that were attacked by it. There were a few more locations added in the map to explore. Also, the Shadow Sphere was added, which could make you invisible for a couple of seconds. Other than this, a few rebalances of the swords were added, such as the Venom Shank's damage being increased to the damage of a normal sword. In late April, the game surpassed 100,000 visits, and it also became the 5th most played game on Roblox, sitting between Minigame World by Mike and the Roblox headquarters. Sword Fights on the Heights 4. Since June of 2008, it was teased by Shedletsky in the Sword Fights on the Heights description, and in July, Sword Fights on the Heights 4 was finally released. This version would provide us with the Wind Force sword, which could push the enemy back far away when launched, and the Ghost Walker, which in my opinion is the best sword in the game, as it lets you jump really high, makes you more invisible, and it increases its damage by each kill. Also, the Touchstone Orb was added, which would teleport you to the quote-unquote locus, which is just a zone with the 4 teleporters that lead to the location of some sort. I think you know it. This was supposed to be the final version of Sword Fights on the Heights. In July, the same day the version released, the game hit 200,000 visits, and the game was the second most played game on Roblox of all time. And then in January of 2009, the game hit 500,000 visits, and in July, 1 million. User Milkman was the first account to ever hit 1,000 KOs in a single session in Sword Fights on the Heights, which means he killed 1,000 people without leaving the server he was in once. This happened around 2008 to 2009. He is still pretty active to this day. I have to thank Sword Fights on the Heights Facts on Twitter for posting this. Go check out their account. It's pretty interesting. In March of 2009, Technoblade, the Minecraft YouTuber, uploaded a montage of him playing the game on his old channel, Studio Lore. This would be his only Roblox video on the channel, the rest being TF2 videos. He was 10 when he uploaded this video. In December of 2012, Sword Fights on the Heights became a BC only game, which meant only players who own Builder's Cup could play it. This was obviously heavily criticized by the community. For example, Xiao an old Roblox YouTuber, posted a rant about the update on his channel. Shedletsky's response to this was, "It's my game, and I'll do what I want." Luckily, this would be reverted in January, and everyone could play the game again. The downfall. The downfall of the game began around 2013 to 2015, as its player count started decreasing because of exploiters. In almost every single server someone was hacking, and just like with Apocalypse Rising, this killed the game. By late 2015 the game was averaging under 40 concurrent players, and nowadays the game is almost completely dead, struggling to pull 20 concurrent players, and usually sitting at around 5 to 10. Probably another factor that killed the game is the fact that you kinda got bored at some point, and over time the game sort of remained in the past, being pretty primitive compared to other games such as Adopt Me or Jailbreak. And also the fact that the sword fighting genre died on Roblox. However, in the past few months, the original version of Sword Fights on the Heights kind of became popular again, sometimes even reaching 130 concurrent players. Sword Fights on the Heights was truly an iconic game for the platform, that is still remembered to this day by many people. This was the entire history of Sword Fights on the Heights. This is my second video in this format, and I hope you guys enjoyed this type of videos. I'll see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.